I can tell your love is so unreal to me. When I look into your eyes and see the realization that you're down with me. From one to one, it's you and me, yeah. Baby girl, you got it. Show all about it. So won't you come and be with me? Hello and welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. You're in the room. This episode is Sports Talk, y'all. We live tonight. And I brought in today's show with my main man, Mr. Jammin' J. Lamont with Certified Love, y'all. It's that jam that Jay's putting out. Make sure you guys go all. It's on iTunes, Spotify, all the music things. But you're going to be able to get this right here on TAN TV. And you'll be able to see some more special things coming from Jammin' J. Lamont. So stay tuned to TAN TV, and we'll let you know we got a special announcement that's coming soon about that young man, Jammin' J. Lamont. All right, fellas, I'm going to start the show, y'all. I'm going to bring in, I got my crew assembled. Everybody's back there saddled up and ready to come on in. All right, so I'm going to go straight to the West Coast, y'all. Straight to the West Coast. He's a national touring comedian. Fresh off his, he just did an episode with Quake on Quake House XM. Show your love to Mr. Marc Howard, y'all.
What up? What up? Good.
Marc? I can hear you, man.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, you go. Now you're in the house, man. Let me bring them other Midwest cats. That's representing that Oklahoma, that state of Oklahoma, man. He's the host.
Yeah.
Sports show. He just came off, y'all. He just did his show, came on in, and now he's sitting with us on Sports Talk on TAN TV. Show some love for Mr. Jeremiah.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
What's up, big dog? Big dog. Hey, Jeremiah, man. We ain't heard a bark from you in a while, man. What's up with that?
Oh, you know bark.
Hey. Because he said if he bark at us, he bark back, man. But I ain't heard no bark in a while. But anyway, I'm gonna bring you. Marc.
There's a reason why he ain't barking. There's a reason why he ain't barking.
Well, Marc, on this show, he's your partner in crime, man. I'm gonna bring him representing Langston University. He's an alumni, Langston University, along with Marc Howard. Along with Marc, these two. That's what I'm saying. Your partner in crime, representing LU. You're gonna probably be both of them be throwing them up. And he's the host of In the Room, my co-host, Mr. Philip Townsend. Y'all bring him on the end.
What's up, baby? You know what time it is.
I know it, y'all. So, all right, what's up, everybody? Everybody had a great weekend. I know my two Cowboy fans had a great weekend, man. We're gonna get back. We're gonna do some talking about them too soon. So just hold it in, And Phil, what did Arizona do?
How that happen?
Oh, you can't stop playing J. Lamont?
Fire the producer.
That ain't J. Lamont.
It is J. Lamont.
Look, we've only heard that for 6 years, so I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
J. Lamont.
Been blowing my mind. Oh, yeah, but CD. So, what's up, y'all? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this bad fella started. What happened here? Audience, you're watching In the Room.
Hey man, what's going on with you, Vance? What's happening with you, man?
Man, Jammin' J showed up.
And then you started pausing and freezing and everything else.
Yeah, okay, I'm back now. I don't know what happened.
Vance must be scared of some answers he's gonna get.
No, man.
Yeah, no, he ain't got no answers. But let's go.
All right then. Okay, fellas.
Hey,
I'm gonna kick it
Vance,
off,
2
man.
seconds. Vance,
Go ahead.
seconds, real quick. Now that we got Phil and Jeremiah, I want the crowd to reach them a hurting. As Sooner fans, and they're hurting right now. I just want the
Did they lose?
fans to reach out and hug.
They lost another game.
Hey,
Hey, we're on the road.
that's all right. That's all right. Say that in 3 years when we get a quarterback and get him under 2.
What about this year, dog? Come on. Why you Back to the Future?
Because I'm a realist.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 3 years y'all be relevant.
Let's move forward, man.
Okay. All right. Well, my first question, y'all. I really want to jump into the NFL, man, and I want to talk about these these black quarterbacks that we have, and I'm gonna start with you, Jeremiah. Do you think quarterbacks like Geno for Seattle is going to maintain? He's been playing good these first 4 games. What do you think about Geno?
Geno is Geno. They ain't playing nobody. When they actually play somebody, he don't do anything. So ain't nothing changed about Geno. Geno, he gonna have his good days. He gonna have his bad days. But Seattle still's gonna finish 3rd or 4th in their division. So, oh well. Okay, he got an opportunity.
Okay,
again.
I'm just trying to see if I should use him on my fantasy, but I see now that I'm gonna have to fade him. I'm gonna have to fade him, man. So I'm gonna shoot my next question. My next quarterback is gonna go to my man Philip. Uh, uh, it's Bridgewater time in Miami. What do you think Teddy can do with them boys down in Miami?
Well, I think Teddy can do exactly what you said. He's a bridge.
I mean, he got some special weapons now, though.
Until Tua gets back. But the thing is, look, for you, those of you that get it twisted with Teddy Bridgewater, he's a winning quarterback, and that's all that counts. So stick with him. Teddy can do something.
Teddy can do something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Then I'm gonna jump to another quarterback, and I'm gonna shoot this one to Marc. Marc, my man down in New Orleans, Mr. Winston, Mr. Jameis. What do you think Jameis is gonna do, man? Is he gonna continue?
He's going to continue throwing the ball to the other team. Love Jameis. I was a fan watching him out of high school. I liked him in Florida. The gods were looking out for me. I was hoping the Cowboys would draft him, and the football gods were looking out for us. Jeremiah, they didn't pay no attention to me. Let him come near a cowboy outfit. Because that way he'll do what I want him to do: throw the ball to Cowboys. You can put him on your fantasy team, Vance.
I don't think I'm using any cowboy on my team right now. Now, who? Now Cooper could be. No, he's not. He's not DFS. He might be if y'all had him in the long term and had him on the bench, and you put him right back on that bad fella. But anyway, fellas. Okay, so I want everybody to chime in on this. So, we didn't really mention how Russell Wilson. Who else we got out there that's floating around there? Black quarterbacks. But I just want y'all to know what do y'all feel that the state of the black quarterbacks, man? Huh?
Prescott, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I know Dak. We're gonna talk about Dak on specifically because when I get to them Cowboys. We're gonna definitely
you're
talk
not
about
talking
that.
about them. You're not talking about the Knicks. Blah, blah.
I don't know, but you're chopping up again, Mark.
I think the plight of the black quarterback is they get an opportunity. They still don't get some of the chances that the white counterparts get sometimes, but they've came a long way. It has grown, and they're proving themselves to be able to be a viable commodity and be able to run a team and run an offense and be successful and
I mean, you
winners.
got the cat at Cleveland. Uh, he's holding his own. You got having the rookie play. Malik, has he played yet? Didn't he play?
No, he ain't played, but he's back up. You got Jalen Hurts, you got Kyler Murray, you have
Come on,
Well,
come on.
so you have quite a bit of them in the league, and they're holding their own, and they're showing that they can run an offense. And it don't matter what skin color you are, whether you can run, whether you can't run. If you can play quarterback, you can play quarterback.
They like that dual threat situation.
I mean, the black quarterback adds the dual threat and it more. Um, and I don't think the race is there, but I think the shutting down and holding down as was back in the day. I think that's I won't say gone, but to where now there's more pressure on these teams.
Yeah. Okay. Well, y'all, let's take a quick station break. If you just tune in, you're tuning in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. Y'all, it's sports talk. Uh, let's jump into our first favorite segment of the night. And, it's one of those segments that's hosted by uh, the host of the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, that airs every Tuesday night. And he now, like I said, he left that show and now he's here doing it for us on TAN TV. Show some love for Mr. Jeremiah Watts. Jeremiah, talk to me, baby.
All right, people, I'll be doggone, man. I was gonna talk about AB, but I ain't even finna give him the time of day because what's going on with him is just ridiculous. But let's talk about Ben Simmons here. And I know people are gonna look at me crazy at what I say and everything, but people, Ben Simmons is on a team where he don't have to shoot. For all y'all saying that Ben Simmons ain't this and Ben Simmons ain't that, for Ben Simmons' skill set and for what he does, he's on the best team. You got Kyrie at the 2, you got KD at the 3, you got shooters, you got Harris, you got Patty Mills, you got Curry. So he has shooters around him. So what Ben Simmons do is play defense, rebound, cut to the basket, and dish the ball. That's what he does. And he's on the right team to be able to do that. I believe Ben Simmons is going to have a good year this season. It looked like he's beefed up a little bit, been on weight room. People say he still didn't really shoot, but, he had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. He did what Ben Simmons is supposed to do, and and we got to understand, this is what we expect out of Ben Simmons. And we got to, he showed us who he is and what he can do, so why not just let him be? I think he's gonna, like I said, I think he's gonna have an excellent season. He has a good opportunity to be comeback player of the year. But I think he's an excellent sidekick to KD and Kyrie Irving, Harris, Patty Mills, Curry. And so Ben Simmons is gonna be Ben Simmons. And so let's leave Ben Simmons alone. Let's let him be. And let's just see what he's gonna do this year. Let him play ball. And I know that's a little bit hard for Marc to do, but I'll be doggone. I believe he can do it. And I'm Drone. I'm Jeremiah with just a doggone minute. Peace.
You can let them know who Drone is, Jeremiah. Yeah, you can tell them where you can catch Drone. Tell them where you can catch Drone real quick.
You can catch me on $2 Sports Talk Show on $2 YouTube page, also on KBOB 899.com, and also on our $2 Facebook page.
And
all right, go like, share the whole nine.
And Marc, leave Ben Simmons alone.
Ben's sidekick to party.
Yeah. And leave Ben Simmons alone, y'all. Okay, y'all.
I don't have to say nothing, man. He said it.
Well, anyway, y'all, let's flip the script. I'm gonna flip the script and I'm gonna move over. We're gonna stay football, man, but I'm gonna move over to that college side, y'all. I want to talk about my main man.
Don't do it to him.
Yeah, we're gonna leave OU out for right now, but I want to talk about my main man, prime time, Mr. Dion Sanders, and I'm gonna put it out to my panel, man. Do you think Dion gonna skip and jump to one of the bigger major universities, and leave Jackson State? I'm gonna start with you, Marc. I'm gonna let you put yours out there first. What do you think, brother?
No, I don't think he's in it for the long haul to boost up a black college. He's coaching his sons there, and I've said before, and I'm not trying to disparage him, but I've seen it happen upstairs kids. Will he still be there after his kids are gone? I'll stay. And I'll be real with you. If he leaves to a white college, that's what it is, a white college. Because only black folks you see is, for the most part. He would be the biggest fraud in the history of this. And I'd write him off. And I don't see prime time Dion Sanders. I think he's doing some good things with Jacksonville, trying to raise their stuff, and Jackson State, not Jacksonville, but Jackson State. So
Marc, we're having problems with hearing you, man. You're chopping up. Yeah, pretty bad.
Did you
now we can't hear that up? Yeah, you were chopping up.
I heard.
You heard it good?
I heard.
It went clear?
Yeah, it was choppy, but I can understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard though. You got to listen. Good. Well, thanks, Marc. So what do you say, Phil? About Dion?
I say that Dion is in a no-win situation. The reason for it is because, like Marc just mentioned, if he leaves and he goes to universally established white university, then he becomes the biggest
white people
sellout. But the thing is this: when are we going to give Dion his reprieve if he decides to leave? When are we going to allow Dion to leave freely and not get accused of being a sellout and a fraud? Because what Dion is doing at Jackson State is not only affecting Jackson State, Dion is trying to lift the whole umbrella of all the HBCUs. He is trying to pull them in to where they can get a bigger cut of the pie somewhere, some way, and just do things to bring attention to other HBCUs. So I can applaud Dion for that. The thing is it's going to be, because Jackson State could come in, they could win some championships, they could, win 5 in a row. And Dion leaves, and now we're equating him. Why didn't he stay like Eddie Robinson at Grambling? The thing is Dion's roots and all, notice I didn't say heritage. His roots and all aren't in the HBCU world, so to speak. but he has such a mindset that he wants to do good things there. And I just think that when and if, it's not even an if to me, it's going to be a win. When Dion decides to go, let him go.
Okay. What do you say, Two Dogs?
I think eventually he's gonna leave. I don't think he's gonna stay long. I think eventually he will leave. Right now, what he's building, he cannot leave. I don't think he will leave because I really do think he's in it for the right reason. It wouldn't shock me if the first time he do leave, it's for a pro team and not a college team. I think people will be more amped to give him a pass to leave for a pro team, for an NFL team, than they will to go to a college team. But I think eventually he will leave Jackson State. But what he's doing right now and how he's bringing in and looking at these young men and giving them more than just football is second to none. And I applaud him for it.
Well, I think, and you're right, man. My hat tip off to Dion, and hey, Dion just like anybody else, man. He has a right to better his situation and take opportunities that may come. That hey, they do call for the NFL. Hey, you just don't get those type of jobs, unless you Steve Nash or somebody, But anyway, let's move on, man. I really want you to see if
Yes, sir.
you get a nice spot because we want to hear you. When you talk now, it seems pretty good because we
All
don't
right.
want to
And
go
then
right into your rant tonight. You think we can get it in?
down now.
Okay, I'm gonna take it. You tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. It's sports talk tonight. We've been talking about Mr. Dion Sanders, Jackson State.
All right. Am I not? That's what I'm asking.
No, you still kind of choppy. Uh, we had a little conversation on the status of the black quarterbacks in the NFL. There's quite a few of them now, that are playing or actually playing and on the field right now.
Really, I
So,
didn't get a chance to talk about that. So I think I could have sworn I heard something about that.
oh my bad. Well,
Hey, let me
your opinion on the black quarterbacks, especially the black quarterbacks. My
let me
bad.
let me ask you something. How do you hear me now?
Oh man,
Yeah,
You
that's
good.
you're
good.
good.
You good.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's
Go ahead and
perfect.
do your rant, Mark, while you're good.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to our second favorite segment of the night. It's a segment that we just simply call Mark's Rants. What you ranting about tonight, my brother?
I'm gonna stick with the Brooklyn Nets, and let's stick with the other fool on the team, Kyrie Irving. You're a huge disappointment, son. As a person, basketball player, you got a lot of skill, talent. There's no question about that. That's the only reason why we're even talking about you. That's a fledgling. That's a time to be gone. But your mind is something that lasts forever, lasts as long as it can, a lot longer. And you're an educated kid, young man, and you're going through that, and you have a right to express yourself. But your tweet or supporting this fool, Al, I can't remember to say his last name. This fool, this conspiracy theorist, this liar. He ain't even a conspiracy theorist, a liar out here spreading out the thought about Sandy Hook school shooting of kids, where kids lost their lives, teachers lost their lives. They said that was a hoax, and that the parents, the families who were grieving, that they were paid actors, is a horrific thing to say. A very horrific thing to say. You're on the level of people that was denying the Holocaust on a smaller level. And for you to go 20 years later after that crap, and you go and put that and tweet that out, tells me, son, you're on a whole different mindset, and it's a shame. We need young brothers to carry this on and take it to the next level. And you, that coon, and his friend, the female coon that's wearing White Lives Matter shirts, and all that. Shame on you. Shame. I just, as people, I have no respect for you. I have no respect for you. And you made some money. You're making a lot of money, but I'm gonna still say you ain't winning like this. You're a disturbed soul. If you can't, people like you, even Jason Whitlock, your soul ain't right, son. Your soul ain't right. Okay. And the chickens will come home to roost on that. Let me go. I'm done. Am I there? Are we frozen? What's going on, guys? Hello, guys.
Hey, we
Yeah,
back?
yeah, man.
What happened there?
I don't know. It might have
Y'all
been a
was in
little
love with
delay.
our rant so much you didn't want me
And
to quit.
yeah, your rant. Your rant was. We was looking for another minute probably on that rant, but it was no, Mark. It was great, man. As usual. But I don't know what you did to fix your sound, brother. But thank you, and he did a wonderful job on it.
Well, what I did, I took it off the AirPods, even though the AirPods are stuck in my ear. So I'm going through my iPad sound.
Now you know.
Yeah. Well, we had a conversation about that earlier. But anyway,
Vance, a dead clock is right twice a day.
hey. But anyway, y'all, let's keep it ticking, man. Let's keep it moving. But Mark, I appreciate that rant, brother, as usual. You were straight on, and I'm so glad we was able to hear that one. It was good, man. So, real quick, man, before we move on, I want to give my co-host an ample opportunity to say and to talk about the status of the black quarterback right now in the NFL, like we said. Talk to me, Phil.
Okay, the NFL it bases and it prides itself on the fact that they can come up with depth. I mean, because you want depth in your offensive line, especially in your DBs, your running backs. But when it gets to that quarterback, they may want some depth, but where's the depth of the black quarterback in the backup role? That's the plight of the black quarterback that concerns me. I can turn on the TV any given weekend during football season, and at major universities for the last 20 years, I've seen black starting quarterbacks at any given time on either team. Matter of fact, it's hard at a major university to turn on the TV and not see a black quarterback at least on one of the teams. Now, my thing is, why aren't these guys, even if they aren't getting drafted, why aren't they having an ability to go in undrafted and be a backup? These are starters for major universities. I've just been wondering that for the longest because I'm like, surely they can't all be that horrible that they can't be a third string quarterback, that they can't be on someone's practice squad.
You mean somebody, Mitchell Trubisky, one of them kind of even a Cooper Rush, man.
Look, Dallas,
Those brothers.
Dallas thought so less of Cooper Rush to begin this season that they actually put him not on their practice squad. Now, you can say, yeah, it ends up working out as a financial movement for Dallas, but the fact is that they opened him up to 31 other teams. Anybody could have come in and picked him up. So you're not having a high value when you do something like that. It's really a strategic plan that you think, well, nobody else is going to get him. But that's my concern. Why haven't we seen more black quarterbacks that are in the secondary and even third role on the team? It's just too many out there that play major college ball.
Yeah. Well, I was just looking at it. It was nice to see how many that's playing on the field right now. I just thought of another one, Justin Fields. We mentioned, man. So they just keep
But that's my
popping.
point, Vance,
Yeah.
is that when you talk about the depth, when one goes down,
Right.
You see teams like the Ravens that they'll end up with 3 blacks on the team, and the NFL gets to say, yeah, we got black quarterbacks all in and backing up. Yeah, if you look at the Ravens and,
Oh, Jesus Christ, Phil. How many black quarterbacks do you want?
Well, fellas, I appreciate Mark. Like I said, we appreciate your rant. Appreciate your idea on the plot of the black quarterback. We need some secondary and third tier quarterbacks to keep it thick up in there in the NFL.
I think we're getting close to it. I mean, I see Byron Leftwich is a coordinator. It's getting there. It's getting there, but still slowly but slowly. Unsurely slowly.
Backup quarterback.
Okay, fellas, real quick, man. Well, time ticking on us. So I do want to ask this question to my panelists. Going to that star that Jeremiah's wearing. We're going to Irving. Guys, when should Dallas take out Cooper Rush? Now, what I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set the scenario up. Cooper wins next week. Then what? They got a bye after that, right? Am I correct? So if Cooper wins next week,
No,
then there's
no, we don't have a bye.
No, they don't. They don't have a bye until after Detroit.
No, it's
so they
kind of a
got
bye.
two.
It's
So they
kind of
got
a
2
bye.
more
It's
weeks.
Philly.
Oh, you got about 3 more
3
weeks.
more weeks for the bye.
It's kind of a bye because it's just Philly, and we just came off a bye this week.
Okay.
Dallas's next 3 games are against who? The
Rams.
You got the Rams, Philly, Detroit,
right. The Rams,
and
Philly, and Detroit, right?
The Rams,
and then
the
there's one more.
Pigeons, and the
Okay. So Cooper Rush is playing
Lions.
this Sunday, right, against the Rams, right? He's playing.
Yes.
Has that been announced for sure? I think Dak
No.
is trying, but there probably will be Cooper Rush.
But it's it's the Rams, Philly, and Detroit, right? In that order.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, they say Cooper Rush is playing this week. So let's say he plays. He's playing this week. He wins. When do you take Cooper out? Because Dak is supposed to be ready to go right now, right? Am I correct?
Okay, let's be truthful about the situation.
Talk to
him. The man's he's not ready to go.
Oh, okay.
He's not ready to go. He still you got to be able to throw the ball. You got to be able to grip. That was one of the reasons that Russell Wilson was having problems last year. When he came back too soon. He couldn't really grip the ball real good, and he was having bad games. And so, if it was me, I wouldn't bring Dak back until after the Bears game, which is be after the bye, because you got Rams, Eagles, Detroit, Bears, and then you got the bye. Give that thumb another 4 weeks to really heal up like it need to be, and then bring them back. And like I said, it's a touchy situation because it reminds me of when Troy Aikman, I think it was in his first year, second year, and he got hurt, and Steve Berline came in and was winning, and come playoffs against the Detroit Lions, they benched Steve Berline and brought Troy Aikman in, and Dallas ended up losing.
But Jeremiah, you could be easily 8-0 at that time. Right?
We're not gonna be 8-0, that's for sure, Vance.
I meant Cooper Rush won eight games. Okay, he'd have been 1-8, right? If we got 4 more now,
like I said, it's a touchy situation, but But Jerry Jones is not going to do that because they paying Dak all that money. Jerry Jones ain't supposed to happen. They paying Dak too much money.
I mean, the 4 games is way too much. I think best case scenario, I think absolute crazy best case scenario he plays as far as earliest scenario is he does play this week. I'm figuring he'll probably play against Philly. Worst case, he'll play against Detroit. You can shake your head all you want, Phil.
What'd you say, Phil? You talk to us. Talk to us.
He's throwing better than Kyler Murray, and he's sitting on the bench.
No, I'm going to be more aligned with Jeremiah on this, in the sense of that for those of us that have actually touched the football, you need to be able to grip the ball, to throw it. Now, my thing is that I think that Dak, the earliest he should come back to me would be the Chicago game, because there's the reason for it is because I want to see not what Cooper Rush does, but the whole key to this is Kellen Moore. See, I want to see what Kellen Moore does in the Rams game and in Philly's game. See, and that's going to show what Cooper Rush is really made of. Mm-hmm. And so the thing is that if they let Dak come back and play those games, the games that Cooper Rush has won, I'm not saying anything, but Marc could have won those games. So,
right on.
I want to see Cooper Rush play the Rams and Philly. And then you can bring Dak back into Chicago and then give him that bye if you have to get him in.
Phil, you've been listening to the Two Dog Show, ain't you? Yeah, I know.
I did. I did.
Phil listened to the Two Dog Show today.
I did, and I said, I'm going to tell Jeremiah, listen, and I got to say, he's the best student I have ever had.
I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all both, you and Jeremiah both racist, because you're trying to get Cooper Rush hurt. You're trying to get him hurt. And that's why you want him to stay in the game, so you can get the white boy hurt, man. That's terrible. No. That's terrible, man. No. He's playing well. He's winning backup quarterback games. He ain't gonna win starter quarterback games. The Rams, even though they're struggling, and the Eagles, this facade of a best team in the NFL, is getting there, but they're still definitely better. Come on, man. And they got film on it now. They got film on Cooper Rush now.
Yeah. So, now we're gonna see. Well, we'll see when, like I said, he get to play against a couple good teams. I didn't want him to bring him back with that Philly game, but no, man, let Dak heal, man, but when he comes, he better bring it though. That's all we saying.
I mean, I'm not worried about Dak like everybody else is. Had it been great the last part of the season, or even this game against Tampa Bay, no, it hasn't been. But everybody wants to now. I mean, NFL, especially with the commentating, they always want to go. They go off the last thing they saw, and I get it. But you know, a track record of things, it's more likely that Dak will right the ship and play much better in those situations than he'll stink it up. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
But Marc, I think it's more about Kellen Moore
exactly
than it is about
exactly.
Dak. Kellen Moore, the way Kellen Moore is calling these games with Cooper Rush is different than the way he calls it with Dak. Dak cannot. For Dallas to win, Dak cannot throw the ball 35 times. I don't care how much money he's getting paid.
You're right.
He getting paid to
throw the ball about 25 times, 30 at the most. But you have to have sort of even run game with pass game. Dak cannot throw it. And Cooper Rush Kellen Moore is not allowing Cooper Rush to throw the ball 35 and 40 times a game. It's more run than it is passing. And then also Cooper Rush is not just looking for CeeDee Lamb. He's passing. He's spreading the wealth around, especially with Brown.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. We had to say goodbye to West Coast Marc. You got to go. He got to go teach some kids, man. You got to go teach some
Yes,
kids.
sir. He sure does.
And that's right. You got to be a big man wearing pants, man. We appreciate it too.
Long as he ain't talking this nonsense he was talking tonight.
Well, right now, though, I'm gonna take a station break, y'all, and then when we come back, we're gonna hear from. Man, what is going on? We're gonna hear from my man. Phil knows it all. So if you just tuned in, y'all, you tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. It's sports talk. So now, our third favorite segment of the night, y'all, we just now developed. It's a segment that we call Phil Knows It All. My man Phil, my co-host of In the Room, Mr. Philip Townsend. Talk to us, Phil.
Well, I must not know it all, Vance, because I didn't know that this existed. But
Okay. See, he gonna show. He want the audience to know that he can come off the cuff like I surprised him.
yeah, I tell you what, Vance, you and I are here in San Antonio, and we've got the Rio Grande Valley, just beneath us. And that's a massive part of the Hispanic population in Texas. And it's a high voting Republican, body of people there in the Rio Grande Valley. And for whatever reason, they seem to think that voting against their own best interest is the way to go. You have people that say God, country, and family, right? Now, you say that, but the first thing you do is you want to make securing the border, because you live more closely around the border, the number one thing to do. And you're going to give that credit to the GOP. Now, these are the very people that are setting up and doing all of these bad things to the family of people that look just like you, that have names just like you. And you're just totally on board with that. I find that just so insane to believe that you say that this is God and you're this. Even so many of them are not the Christian, the Catholics. They are the evangelicals. Yes, the evangelical Hispanics. And they are willing to say that this is godly. It's godly for you to set up and bus up people, to fly people to destinations unknown, drop them off without any real resources. And that is godly. That is your Christian thing to do. Well, let's see. You've already discounted them as family. You know why? Because I have not seen one single protest about this thing happening to the Latin people that's going on. I haven't seen them in Florida behind this. I have not seen them in Texas behind this. This is absolutely insane that you would do that. And then you want to talk about country. What country? You will not have a country if you take on these principles that are now being enacted by the GOP, because they include an autocratic. You are looking at a nation of autocracy if you go that way instead of one of democracy. And I can assure you, the one thing that you won't be able to do is do the things that you can now if you go under a dictatorship, which is what you're lending to by casting your vote for the GOP. And for those of you who set up, and I'm talking about the Hispanic evangelicals, those of you that set up and say, well, I'm okay with them If they, they need to come in legally. And this and that. The ones that just got flown over to Martha's Vineyard, they were here legally applying for asylum and things of that nature. Someone came from another state and got them. But yet, you want to say you don't want anybody else that looks like you coming into this country. Got news for you. You came here one of two ways: illegally or legally. So give them that opportunity and stop with this nonsense. This reminds me of the black crabs in the barrel thing, where we want to reach up and pull somebody back. Hell, at least they got a chance to be in the barrel trying to get out. You trying to lock them out of the country because you got yours. Stop with the nonsense. There is no God, family, country in this GOP like you want to say. You want to set up and say the Dems left you. You didn't leave the Democrats. Hell, I applaud the Democrats. They should have left you. If you're going to set up and be down with all of these disdainful things that are happening to human beings just like me and you. I'm finished.
Well, we want to thank you for that surprise commentary, Phil. As usual, you come through, man. Next time, I'm gonna have you prepared. Next time, woo! We know we're gonna hear something. Thank you, but that is crazy, though, Phil. That is that's happening over there. I always used to wonder about that.
If you get prepared, it might take an hour.
Jeremiah, that had to be 2 minutes.
Well, hey, with that, Jeremiah, I think we can just slide right on to. I told Laura we may get to an episode, a segment that we ain't been seen in a while. We're able to get to is what we call free for all. So we can bring up any topic you guys want to talk about, maybe something that was said earlier in our conversation, or it's something you want to do. And I'm gonna turn to you, Jeremiah. There's something you want to bring up, man, that to get this kick off our free for all.
Phil said something on the very first question early today. I'm trying to think of what it was. It slipped my mind. I was gonna write it down. I was about to write it down, and it was so asinine and didn't make any sense. It then slipped my mind.
And Phil too. What question was it? Dion?
It was the very first one that we talked.
Black quarterbacks?
Phil, no, that wasn't the very first question we had. The very first question we talked about was something.
What we talked about, Phil? What was the very first question?
Well, first of all, it should be enough for you to know that Jeremiah don't know what he's talking about if he can't remember anything. So that tells you right there that it wasn't an asinine answer.
I'm trying to think of what it was. I might have to go back in the archives and remember what it was if I can find it.
Yeah, because I thought I
uh,
thought Dion was our first. Not Dion. It was the back quarterback. But
let me see.
Well,
hold on.
While he's doing that, too bad Marc is gone, Vance. While Jeremiah's looking, I can talk about Marc.
It was no. You gave what quarterback you give Phil? You gave me Gino. You talked about Gino.
Oh.
And what was the quarterback you gave Phil?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. You was talking about Teddy Bridgewater as being a bridge and all this other stuff. What in the world are you talking about, Phil? You know good and well Teddy Bridgewater is not supposed to do anything. For one, Miami do not have a line that can hold up. Teddy Bridgewater supposed to be running for his life.
What did Tua?
Yes, Tua was running for his life.
Okay.
How you think he got hurt?
Vance.
They don't have a line. And did you see what Teddy Bridgewater did last week?
Vance.
Nothing.
Vance. May I have stopped some of this stupidity before
You talking about he gonna be a bridge? He gonna be a bridge to
he
nowhere.
shows himself anymore?
He gonna be bridged. He gonna be a bridge to nowhere. That's what Teddy
Vance,
Bridgewater gonna
Go
be.
ahead,
That's-
Gonna be a
baby.
bridge to
Yeah, go
nowhere.
ahead.
Vance, that's why people say you're a bridge, because they're saying you're just a stopgap. We're not really looking for you to be able to do too much because you're just a bridge. So the thing is, for Jeremiah to act like I said he's the second coming of Joe Montana.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about he.
I said,
but you said that he's a bridge. He's a bridge to what? Bridge to nowhere.
I said he is a bridge. A bridge
to what?
A bridge doesn't mean he's going to go there and do something fantastic. It means he's holding the position. It means he's holding the position down.
He's a bridge to
That
what?
means he's holding the position down. He's a bridge until
No. A bridge is there to help you cross.
No, Jeremiah.
So what bridge is he to?
Jeremiah, I said he was a bridge until Tua gets back. And that's what he is.
He's a bridge to what?
Okay, what part of till Tua gets back you not understand?
No. It's not. A bridge leads you is a bridge, so you cross the bridge to get to the other side. So
Jeremiah,
what other side is he getting to?
Jeremiah, because you cross the bridge to get to the other side, it doesn't mean that utopian society is waiting for you. It can mean that alligators and crocodiles are waiting for you.
That's why I'm asking the question. What is he a bridge to?
That's better than crocodiles and alligators.
What did I just tell you? I told you he's a bridge until Tua gets there. And if you understand what a bridge is in football, see, this is the thing, Jeremiah. You talking about what a literal construction of a bridge is. We're talking terminology in football. Now, if you want to talk about a literal bridge, then I would say he could be London Bridge.
He's a bridge to Tua get back. Phil, that don't even make sense.
What Jeremiah?
That don't even make sense what you're saying, Phil.
What part of that does not?
He's just a bridge to Tua get back. He's a bridge to what?
Jeremiah. This is the funniest stuff about him because I'm saying he can't be this stupid. He went to OU. I'm sitting up here saying, if you're a bridge, you are a stopgap until something better comes along. And that is what the role that Teddy Bridgewater is filling. Somebody not to be able to understand that is beyond me.
Is he a good stopgap or is he a bad stopgap?
That will only be determined by the play of the team.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, man.
Boy,
he got some better weapons.
Again, you said it yourself. He can have all the better weapons that he wants. If he doesn't have an offensive line, well, that's your statement. That if he doesn't have an offensive line, he'll be running for his life. So you tell me what you expect that bridge to do in that time.
Hey, Phil. One thing I can say. You about like Cliff Huxtable, boy.
What?
You give yourself a way out every time. Can't nobody pin you down on nothing because you're gonna give yourself a way. You're a word person now, Cliff.
I only gave you the answers.
It would be worse if he was here.
I gave you the answers, and I even used your statement to answer my question. So you have to be telling me that your statement isn't a valid one.
Be worse if Marc.
Are you saying your statement isn't valid?
I'm talking about Teddy Bridgewater.
But I just said, you asked, is it going to be a good or bad? And I told you that depended on what you said about the offensive line.
And what I said was, that's a good Cliff Huxtable answer. Can't pin you down on nothing. You're going to give yourself a way out.
No, I'm only going to give you the truth.
Hey. Phil, the only one I know that got a dead end sign, but some kind of way he has an opening where he can get out.
What? Right, oh, you know why I can get out? Because the truth will set you free. And as long as I'm telling the truth, I'll be able to get out.
I hear you. I hear you. Hey, we need to give a quick shout out, y'all. Sedaria and Bella in the house, y'all. What's up, y'all?
Hey, that's an area, Bella.
That feels something else, man. That feels
Hey,
something else.
that's why we call it Philonomics. That's why we call it Philonomics right there.
Well, you know what Philonomics is, don't you?
Well, look, let me ask you a quick question since we free for all. Who looking good for the quarterbacks this week, man? Woo-woo. Who Philly playing?
You're just trying to get your fantasy football team
Look,
correct. That's
I
all.
don't need no help, baby. I've been doing this. I got the brains for this
look.
right here.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you got it's coming out about Tom Brady. Something that people have been saying and they've been denying all this time, that they might be getting that divorce.
Oh,
I don't think she was too happy with Tom coming back this year.
Well, you know,
Yeah, I think you can see it in his play that everything that's going on is affecting him. What y'all think?
I don't think so. I think that Tom Brady is exactly what I've said he was for all these years. If he doesn't look, this is why I always laugh, right? When people say Tom Brady made Julian Edelman, Tom Brady made this. Well, that is so funny when I hear it, when I happen to know that he's not a development coordinator. But I'm not even getting into that. The whole point is that when he has these other receivers, not Mike Evans, not Goodwin, not any of those, then all of a sudden it's a problem. He's the GOAT. Why is it a problem?
I didn't say it was a problem. I
If
don't
Cooper
think
Rush can come and throw to people, why can't Tom Brady?
in my book, Tom Brady is not the best is not the GOAT.
He's not to me
That's
either.
me.
He's not the GOAT to
who's
me
the
either.
goat? Who's the goat for you, Jeremiah?
It ain't Tom
If
Brady.
I had to choose, I would probably choose Joe Montana over Tom Brady.
Really? I guess so.
Yes.
I can kind of see that.
Yes.
Yeah, I can kind
I
of see
would.
that. Yeah, I can. Joe was tight.
You know,
Joe could lead some downfield last minute
look, look,
runs. He can lead some last minute.
If Tom Brady weren't Tom Brady, they'd be calling him check down Charlie. Just like they used to call my man that played for the 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs. They got his leg mangled all up.
Hi, Theismann.
No. He just retired last year.
Oh, you talking
Played for
about Alex Smith?
Oh,
Yeah, Alex Smith.
Alex Smith.
Yeah, you know, you can't get rid of the ball in 2 seconds and be throwing it deep downfield. Your guys are getting that yardage for you. That shows you how good those guys were.
Edelman and
Wes Welker,
Edelman and Wes Welker
yeah.
and
and
Brown.
Amendola. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Yeah, but like I said, if I had to choose, I probably would choose Joe Montana over Tom Brady.
Well,
I might even choose Steve Young over Tom Brady. To be truthful,
you said that as if that was a revelation. Look, I'm picking my OU quarterbacks.
Why? I was gonna say why and why.
You talk about the GOAT.
Sam Bradford.
You said the
Damn,
GOAT.
Bradford, please.
The GOAT. I'm picking all my OU quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's you.
For college? In college,
No.
yeah.
No, they the GOATs now.
Baker.
OU
Baker.
quarterbacks. The
Baker.
GOAT.
Baker is trash. Like my man said, trash. Just
Yeah,
trash.
but he be the GOAT of trash.
He just trash.
He be the GOAT of trash.
Well, let's be truthful. He at Carolina. Carolina don't have nobody. Even McCaffrey, it's time for McCaffrey been hurt too much. He's not the same player. He not throwing to nobody in Carolina.
DJ Moore?
Let's be real.
What's wrong with DJ Moore?
Who?
DJ Moore.
He not throwing to nobody in
Carolina.
Come on. The line is not blocking.
You think he ain't nobody? Come on, Jeremiah. He ain't nobody? All right.
Carolina's offense is not good. And it don't have anything to do with Baker Mayfield. The
No,
offense
Baker's
just is
terrible.
not good.
That's not
The
true, man.
offense is not
It's
good.
not true.
Yeah, Baker's
That's
terrible.
not true.
Yeah, he is.
That's not a true statement. You know, if you're going to tell the story, Vance, tell it truthfully.
Okay, what's the story? What's the story?
Their
It's what Jeremiah
Carolina's
said.
offense is not good.
Hey, y'all, we got the dash. It's 9:30, y'all. The producer.
Let's dash.
We got to go, man. We did a great job, man. I told her we can go out on free for all, and ladies and gentlemen, that's what we just did. We just ended this. I want to thank Jeremiah. I want to thank you for that just a doggone minute.
Somebody let Jeremiah know what the bridge is.
Phil, I want to thank you for that.
A bridge over troubled waters. That's what it is. It's a bridge over troubled waters.
Phil knows it, but Teddy is that bridge where you can just go on across. Come on over, guys. I got you. I got you.
They're going across to an L.
And Waddle, he throwing it to some cats. He's throwing it to some cats now.
Jeremiah's a hater.
All right, we out of here, man, because our producer finna shut us down.
Yeah. And stop hating Jeremiah.
With Jeremiah. Jammin' J. Lamar, take us out, baby. Come on. Yeah. Well, Phil, another one in the books. Sports talk.
We got the serious checking out.
The African American Network, y'all. Make sure y'all go check out the AfricanAmericanNetwork.com. The African American Network.com, y'all.
So, Vance, what